wait. Good. So the first command I give Louie here is wait, which means do not cross this threshold, which is going to be the barrier of the gate right there. Now, when he's not going through and he's making a good choice, I'm going to reward him back here behind the gate. Good. I don't want to reward him out front because I don't want him to go through. Now, he's allowed to go through once I release him. So I can tell him either okay, free, or I can say Louie heel and then go into leash walking. Louie heel. Good boy. Heel. Good. So here with leash walking, he should be on the left side next to me, in line with my leg. Don't want him to be too far out front. Don't want him to be too out to the side. We don't want him to be crossing over in front to the right of us. Now when he's here and he's walking good, I can tell him good boy. I can mark yes. And then I reward him back here where he should be. Louie, good, yes. Now reward with my left hand back a little bit so that he's not trying to cross over the front and grab it from my right hand. Now if I stop, I'm going to tell him wait, wait. Good boy. And he should be right here next to me. Good. And he's not to continue forward until I give him the next command. Nope. Louie, wait. Good. So when he should stay in a sit here next to you when you tell him wait, and you can reward him for being there, but we don't want him to start trying to go forward or get really busy if he's in that wait next to you. Now when I'm ready again, I'll tell him Louie heel, and then we start walking again. Good boy. And if he starts to pull out a little bit, or he gets is you can turn left and then. So I'm going to put back on the leash and I turn left, gets him out of the way. Good boy. And that leash pressure backwards tells him, hey, you got to back up a little bit. Good. Another thing I can do is I can tap just once on the e-collar and give him a correction backwards. Because he's being good right now, I'm not going to do that, but I'll show you guys that in the lesson. Good boy. And if he looks up and checks in with you while you're walking, you can tell him good boy, you can mark yes and feed him. But we want to reward him for that engagement and keeping check in with us as well. Good boy. Wait. Yes. Good boy. Nice, buddy. Now, if you guys are out on walks and you guys come across something that he might be reacting at, what you can do is you can take a few treats and just say his name, Louie. Tell him, get it, and toss those treats on the ground. As he's eating them, you can add more to the pile, and that's going to distract him from whatever it is he's fixated on or worried about. But don't let him just sit and stare and get worked up about it. So movement will be your friend. You can back away from it. You can call him, Louie, come. Good. Get it. And just keep him moving and engaged with you. Good. Now, other things that Louie knows is sit. So if Louie, sit. Yes, good boy. Good. And now I'm going to tell him stay. Nope. Louie, sit. Sit. Good. Stay. And if I walk away, he's not allowed to get up until I free him. Now, if he lays down, I am okay with that because that's a more stable, comfortable position for him. But he's not allowed to get up until I come back to him. I will reward him. Good boy. And that food reward is not an automatic you can get up. Once I say, okay, free, then he's allowed to get up and move. Good boy, buddy. And you don't have to feed him after you say, okay, free. The okay, free is a reward in and of itself. Louie, down. No, Louie, down. Good boy. So there I said down and he didn't go, so I just verbally corrected him with no. Had he still not gone, I would have used some leash pressure, which I'll show you in just a second. Here I'm going to tell him same thing like sit, stay, and I'm going to walk away. Now he's in this down position. Now in sit, he can lay down, but in down, he has to stay in that down. We want him to be stable and not moving a whole lot, whining, that sort of stuff. Now, if he gets vocal or he gets really pushy with this, you can just go back to him, when he's being calm so that he knows I only get rewarded when, nope, down. Only get rewarded for that calm behavior. Good boy. And if he gets up and he breaks, you can tell him no. You can go over and you can grab the leash and put him right back into the position where he's supposed to be at. So if he were to get up and come to me right now, I'm not going to tell him no, down, and down him right here. I'm going to take him back to that spot. Good. Good boy. Nope. Down. So here I just going to use some leash pressure. Down. Good boy. And then once he's down, that leash pressure comes off. Good. Okay. Nice, buddy. Super. Good job. Good job. And he's a pretty affectionate guy, so you can also, you can pet him after that, okay, free. Good. But you don't have to give him food. Hey, leave it. Good boy. When you guys are walking him too, if you come to a spot where you want to let him sniff or go potty and he doesn't need to be in this heel position, you can just tell him, okay, free. Then you can take him to that spot, tell him, go potty. And if he goes, great. But this is his spot where he's allowed to, sniff and go potty if he needs to. If he's kind of just, doing whatever and not going potty and you want to continue your walk, you just tell him, Louie, heel. Get him back in that heel. Or if you don't care where he is and you want to let him have that freedom, you can just tell him, okay, free. And he can walk with the full length of the leash. He just can't drag you down the street. Wait. Good. So here I'm going to tell him, wait. Again, we're at a threshold. I walk through. He stays there. Good boy. Reward him. Okay, free. And then he's allowed to come through. Nice, buddy. And that means all 4 feet need to be on whatever it is I placed you on. So that's most likely going to be the bed at home. Louie, place. Good boy. Now I point to the bed. I take him near it. I tell him, say his name to get his attention, tell him place. And he knows he's got to go all 4 feet up there. Now he doesn't have to lay down right away, but we're not allowed to release him until he's settled. So right now he's being still and calm. So this is when I could release him, or I can come over and I can reward him for staying and just kind of lure him into a down. Louie. Good boy. And that's going to help him just be down and a little bit more settled. Now this place bed is kind of weird. It's got grates on it. It's not his usual place bed that we do stuff with. So he's a little bit more interested in it. And here where he stands up, that's okay. He just can't get off till I free him. If he were to step off, I would say no. I would press and hold on that e-collar on about a level 4 to a 5. I would walk back over to him, grab that leash, tell him place, and put him right back on that place bed. Good boy. Now to release him, just because I pick up the leash doesn't mean he gets to get off. I'm going to tap him and tell him, okay, free. And now he's allowed to come off. Good boy, buddy. All right, dude. Okay, free. Louie. Good boy. Now for he can sniff stuff right now. Now, if you're trying to practice this game and he's super fixated and just kind of following you around, disengage from him, and then you can just take some food, just toss it. Louie, come! Yes, good boy! Yes, good job, buddy. No. Good. So you notice that I call him, I take a few steps back, I get really excited. Okay, free. He comes, he sits, he gets rewarded, and then he has to stay with me until I release him. So you saw that he tried to go away. I said no. He came right back. I make him stay with me just for a couple more seconds. And then okay, free means now you're allowed to go do what you want. Louie, come. No. Louie, come. Yes, good boy. Super. So if you call him and he doesn't come, just make sure you say that no, and then You can tap on the e-collar if he doesn't start coming to you, but we want to see that change of behavior of him committed to coming to you. Good boy. Okay, Free. You want to make sure too that every time you recall him, you're not always just ending whatever fun it is he's having. Make sure you recall him when you guys are playing or around the house, and then let him go back to have fun and do what it was that he was doing, so he doesn't think that recall means all the fun ends and then he doesn't want to come to you.